Robbins, who won several cup honours during his playing days at Old Trafford, was appointed as Huddersfield's manager just over a year ago. Since taking over the reins, he has gone about building a team many hope can attain Premier League status from the ground up. Yet while progressing to the top flight may be high on the agenda, Robbins admits there is much work to be done in order to reach that standard.
I wouldn't rule anything out. I think that we've got a long way to go. We're only just starting out on a pathway this season, really. So we've changed the way that we play. We play decent, attractive football. We want to do that all the time. We want that to be exciting for the supporters. We've been good all season. We've been really competitive all season. Apart from the last game we played, which was a really, it was a one-off, and circumstances may have been slightly different. Had Nahki taken one of his chances, or one of the other players taken one of their chances in the game, it may have been a different scoreline. It may have been a reverse scoreline, but it wasn't to be. We've moved on from that one, and we need to concentrate on the game that's coming up now. On Saturday at home to Wigan. Wigan have got good players. This week will be a test, because they've just come down from the Premier League, and it'll give us an idea of where we want to be, where we need to be, and where we are. And from my perspective, we just need to go out and put one or two things right from last week, but continue playing in a similar vein and pass the ball. And I think that over a period of time we may make that bridge that gap, but we've got a big gap to bridge. We've only really just, like I said, survived by the skin of our teeth on the last day of last season. We're in a healthy position at this moment in time as we speak now, but we need to pick points up. If we can finish in that sort of mid to upper tier of teams, then it gives us somewhere to, or something to build on for next season anyway. But it's early days for us, so really to sort of bridge that gap is quite a big distance away. But like I say, we're trying to do the right things and recruit the right players to try and help us do that.
I definitely do think we have the pedigree. We have the squad. We probably do not have the biggest fan base, but it shows the likes of Wigan, who were playing the top tier, didn't have the biggest fan base due to location and economics, but it worked out. It worked out well for them. They spent a lot of time. I think we do. We have a lot of young, ambitious players. We've not got players that are knocking on the door to retire. We have young players that aren't peaked yet, and that's why I thought, if it won't happen this season, next season, we should be knocking on that promotion with maybe a few additions to the squad. We have a right go, because we have a good squad, a very good squad, and our league position does not give us any justice for what we have. But that's football. We've made a few mistakes in its courses, and that's a part of the learning curve.
To achieve Premier League status, Robbins says his players will have to be clever and prepared to work hard collectively.
We've got to be bright, as a group. We've got to be bright, we've got to be industrious, so we've got to work hard. We've got to make sure that we're clever and we're working smart, not just working for the sake of it, because in England we've got this mentality of, we've got to work harder than the opposition and we've got to fight more than them. That still stands in any walk of life. You've got to fight harder than your opponent to try and earn the right to play the football that we want to play. And not forget that. I think probably last weekend we maybe forgot a little bit of the fight and earn the right to play, because we can play. We can play football, but you've got to earn the right to play. And once we're out of possession, we've got to make sure that we win the ball back quickly. But apart from that, we're making the right strides to improve. And I think we haven't got the money to be able to go, right, okay, we're going to go and get him, and him, to make sure that we end up fighting in the top six. We've got to maybe make those incremental gains to try and help us get there over a period of time. Who knows how short or a longer time that may take, but we definitely set the club on a path, and we'll continue in the same vein.
Wells has his own ideas on what is required for Huddersfield to step up to the next level.
I just think experience. I think they come up last season from League One, survived on the last day this season. Kicking about around the promotion, a few points off, and a few bad games if it runs to set us back. But it just takes that consistency, and I think just in front of goal we've been lacking a bit of fluency. No one's really been firing all cylinders. So I think if we all get on top of that, take our chances, because we create so many good chances, take our chance, and I think that's why the manager brought me in. We beat veteran teams and winning comfortably, because that's been our problem.
Showcasing his talents in the Premier League is something that Wells has long yearned.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm one league off the Premiership. I've moved up 2 divisions in such a short space of time. I think it's important to settle at this level. Learn off the management staff, keep working hard, and do the best I can. I think I'm totally capable of it. I'm still 23. I still like to think I still have 10 years left in the game, and I don't think I've reached my peak. So, finish the season off strong, do the best we can, and have a good crack at getting promoted next season. And like I said, a few new faces, that gives us a bit of help in doing so. But my target is to go out and challenge that golden boot for next season.
Established in 1908, Huddersfield boasts one of the proudest legacies in English football. They were the first club to win the equivalent of today's Barclays Premier League 3 times on the trot, a feat only duplicated by Liverpool, Manchester United and Arsenal. Huddersfield has also won the English FA Cup for added measure. Robin says Huddersfield's corncropper players are mindful of the club's proud history and keen to add to it.
They're aware of the club's tradition and its history and the way that we want to play, and obviously we're trying to rewrite chapters of it at this moment in time. They're aware of how we work and how we want to work, and how how hard we have to work to try and make those gains we've spoken about. Yes, they're aware of it, but they live for the here and now, and the last game is important, the next game is more important, and we focus on that. And you live hand to mouth in this game. You know what it's like. I think the player's life and certainly a manager's life can be pretty short, so we've got to have that plan and execute the plan as well as we possibly can do to try and keep moving the club forward.
It always helps to try to learn the club's history, and I'm doing that. I mean, that wasn't the first thing I looked at when I come to the club. I looked at more present and future. But now I'm here, I like to learn more about the club, because I'm going to be here for a while. So I am aware of what this club has achieved.
Robin says there is a great sense of pride among his players to bear the club's badge on their chest.
Absolutely, there's a pride in playing for any team that you put your shirt on for. I think Huddersfield Town, the supporters are very, very proud people. They work ever so hard for the money. And they spend their hard-earned money coming to watch the team, and we're absolutely grateful of that, and in return we've got to work as hard as we can for them, and that's what the players are doing.
Really, really.